All right. I didn't have a beer to crack open to kick this one off, but I do have water and lots of it. So I'm using that instead.
Well, that's a better liquid, and that is a solid chug and glug. That is a great sounding bottle.
Oh,
What a start. Welcome back to episode 75, everybody. It's been amazing. We have made it to 75 episodes, 130 plus hours of random conversations on the internet. Whether you've been with us since episode 1 or you're just now joining us 75 in, we appreciate it, and well, hopefully you enjoyed that chug and glug, because it was a pretty solid one.
and if you haven't joined us yet, you can go to hell. We can actually say whatever we want about those people, because if they haven't joined us yet, then they haven't seen this.
Oh, that's true, and they're probably not seeing it yet, so, well, you know what? We're in the clear. And if you are seeing it, then you know what? Congratulations, you've been accepted into the BBP heaven, and that's a pretty illustrious place to end up one of these days. We haven't made it there yet, but that's because we haven't watched enough.
That's right. We were there. We were there live. We don't have to watch it.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
We were there on the front lines.
Then again, though, we do watch it. Like when you're editing, you rewatch it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, never mind. Sometimes spend more time editing than what we do just freaking on this thing.
Especially if there's a problem. I've been seeing a lot of Riverside ads lately. I don't know if you've been seeing those. I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Riverside ads lately, and I'm like, hey, I know what that is.
I can associate. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, like on the ad, they're like, yeah, anybody can record their own podcast with if you use Riverside dot whatever it is. I'm looking at it right now. It says riverside.com. I don't think it was always that. I think it used to be dot something else, didn't it?
Yeah. I think it was off, but it would make sense. Maybe they've caught on, and through the money they've made. I do have to say, I started thinking about it. I have, over the years, had multiple, and still do have multiple different, softwares and services, from the free platforms to the non-free platforms, the paid platforms. Or paid subscriptions. I hope, if you paid for Riverside, you better never have one issue. That's all I'm saying. That's my point.
Yeah.
My paid subscriptions, they're literally 10 times better than what I would even think so, but, before I switched over from the free versions. But Riverside's so finicky, I feel like it's going to give you problems no matter what sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought when I heard the ad. They said anybody can record a podcast with the Riverside. And I'm like, yeah, anybody can record one, but can anybody smoothly edit one?
I will give them this. I like some editing features, but the only thing that I will give them props for is that they say you only get 10 hours on a free account, and we have spent way more than that recording. So they don't shut your account down if you go over, and they still let you export. You just have to do so with their watermark.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're always like a walking, breathing ad for Riverside because it's in all of our shit, but we can't do anything about that without giving them money.
That is one thing I'm excited whenever we do switch over and end up paying for Riverside. Knowing now everything that you can do with their editing services on the free, dude, I bet we could do some wild and fun shit with a paid version.
Yeah.
And if not, then it's not worth it.
No.
Would not be worth it.
Do they have some sort of free trial for the paid version? They should.
I bet they do. I actually don't know anybody that doesn't. Yeah, I don't know a company that doesn't.
Yeah, because how are you gonna? Why would somebody pay for something if they can't see what it's like first?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a lot of, my website hosting, the site that I built my portfolio site through, they tell you that there's a monthly, like, their cheapest plan is a monthly plan, but even the monthly plan, you have to pay a year at a time. So you have to pay 12 months at a time, even though you're getting the monthly price. It's really messed up. Yeah, like theirs is really, it's just really weird. But I guess you could just can't. I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks either way. All right, enough talking about software. Maybe we'll talk about it more. Who knows? Wyatt, what'd you get into this last week?
Shit, dude. I got rained out all week again.
Heck yeah, everybody. I honestly understand it. It hasn't flooded. It flooded so bad in Gilmer County, especially driving out to my mom's. Me and Faith saw it. It's been since we were in high school that it hasn't flooded this bad, at least that I can remember. So it seemed like you guys just got it like a day earlier than us.
Hold on a second, we'll pick back up on this momentarily.
Da, 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 da.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, but we didn't even get crazy rain up here. It's just the field that we're working in holds a lot of water, and we're driving really heavy shit on it. So if we get one good rain,
yeah,
it's done. But
you're basically in a flood zone.
Yeah, and it's Tuesday right now, and so I've been got called out to this job in the middle of May. It's the beginning of June, so this is like my third, or I might have got called out at the beginning of May, but it's my third or fourth week. And it's Tuesday, and I've worked more hours than I have any other week that I've been there.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I'll actually get a full weekend this time, but yeah, it sucks because like I've been, hour wise, like making good money on the hour, but if you don't get hours, it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, it's like like it is nice to make what I used to be making in a week, like in half the time, but still like that's not why I got into this. I got into this to be working my full time, with my line of work, shit happens. So you know what I mean. Like that's the risk you run and the shitty trade off for the good parts. But it's looking pretty dry the next couple weeks, so which that's good. So I'll get to do some work, and it's really good that I'll get to do some work and actually bring in some money because we just got a new house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we signed the lease Sunday. So I don't want to say we got a new house. We rented a new place to live. My girlfriend and I will officially, like on paper, be living together. Like it is both of our homes. The landlords are really cool people. Like we're not owned by a company. It's just these two girls and their husbands that own a couple properties and rent to people. And I talked to them one time whenever we did the walkthrough, and I did it before. We did the walkthrough the day before I left for Maine, and that's when I told them like what I did for a living. I was like, yeah, I just work construction, like I'm an equipment operator. And then when they gave me my key, they gave me a little keychain on it that was an excavator bucket.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I talked to him one time about my job, and she was like, I thought this would be perfect for you. I was like, that's awesome. Yeah, I like you cool. Already. Yeah,
that's very personable. Yeah, that's awesome.
The house is pretty sweet. Like it's it's nothing like top of the line, but it's by far the best place I've ever lived. I'm excited to get moved into it. We'll be, we plan on moving in 10 days. So
nice.
Not this weekend, but next weekend we'll have all the shit in there. So I'd say episode 70. What is this? 75. So 77 will likely be in my I will say for quite a while my permanent studio.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Until we end up, saving up our money and buying a house down the line. But yeah, we'll be in there in a couple weeks. My lease at this place is still until the end of July, so I still got to pay these assholes, which sucks. But It is what it is.
Yeah.
We had to pull the trigger on the house because it was where we wanted, and it was a house, not an apartment, and it just felt too good to pass up.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
especially when we went and looked at it, we went and looked at it, and we were like, yeah, this is it. Like it's got a good little setup upstairs, got a big, fairly spacious kitchen. It's got a basement, garage. Like,
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
yeah, I
That's
mean
awesome.
the garage is shitty. But you can park a car in it. It don't have to be. It's not supposed to be the hangout spot.
Yeah,
But
it's all those places. That's awesome, dude.
yeah.
That,
But
that's
yeah,
like
we'll have to plan something sometime for you guys to come up and
100%.
hang out at the house, and we'll cook out some food because her friend's giving her a grill, which we got a porch. That's where the grill's gonna be. So we'll grill out some food and then take a trip 10 minutes down the road and go to the casino.
Heck yeah, dude. That would
And
be great.
then the next morning, you and me can take a trip 10 minutes the other way up the road to go golfing.
That dude. Whenever you're ready, yeah, that
And
would be great.
prices are about the same as Glenville too. Jocelyn
Can't
looked them
freaking
up.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just excited to go. I made a bucket list. Actually, this morning I made a summer bucket list. And one of my I have two activities that are solo dolo. And one of them is golfing with you up near your new place, just because
Yeah.
we talked about it. But I'm excited. Our other one that's with you, with Faith though, is coming up and just celebrating you guys moving in, and just
Yeah.
something that's a small weekend out of town, but still a good celebration.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
what a lot of ours are looking forward to. So that's
Dude,
awesome.
it's gonna be super fun for us because we plan on doing like two little housewarming get-togethers because she's got like her friends and her family. Like our house is, it's not big. It's not small. Like it's not a little rinky-dink piece of shit. I mean it's definitely not a piece of shit. It's not like rinky-dink, but it doesn't have a ton of space.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to do like a big like housewarming get together with everybody. So I was like, how about we just do one with your people and then we'll do one with mine. I said because we can't like we can't have all those people over here at one time. I will lose my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
It's super
she's got her friend and her boyfriend and they have 5 kids and that right there is maxed us out.
holy cow.
And then her sister and her boyfriend and her dad. And I'm sure her mom doesn't do much stuff, but I'm sure her mom's going to want to come to that and be there. And I'm just like, dude, we can't cram all of that along with, you and Faith and probably my mom. And like, I was like, let's just do 2. I said, we'll do 2 we'll do one with your people, one with my people. And, we'll get to, enjoy both of them and have a decent time. But yeah, we're really looking forward to the summer. We've been looking forward to the summer since like November, because she was in nursing school, just itching and waiting to get done, and I had just applied to, the shit I'm doing now, and it was kind of like just this whole waiting game. Like, okay, it's gonna be worth it in the end. Like it sucks right now, but whenever we get there, it's gonna be nice. And we just kept talking. Like, we don't want to wish our lives away, but we're really excited for the summertime because we're gonna get out of here,
It's just the next
and we're gonna
step
get
for
these jobs going and shit. And I gotta say, like, I'm gonna toot both of our horns. Like, we did what we said we were gonna do, which is awesome because it's probably the first time in my life I've ever like done that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Absolutely. The only thing that we slacked on is we did at one point slack on the gym, and it really started when we got that big snowstorm, and then we like didn't go because we got snowed in, and then we kind of just like never went back. So. But there is a gym right where that casino is. So I told her, I was like, when we get moved in and settled in, like we're going back because we did everything else we said we're gonna do. I said, let's do this last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did everything. I told her like we did everything else because we had to do it. You know what I mean? Like we had invested so much time and effort into this, like can't fall short now. We had to do it. I said we kind of slacked on the gym because we didn't have to do it. It was something we wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was like, our health and stuff, it wasn't something that like needed to be done right now, but we wanted it to be done right now. And because it wasn't something that we needed to do, we kind of slacked on a little bit. I was like, let's, fuck that. Let's get back to it and do every last goddamn thing that we said we were going to do this year because we've done the rest of it.
Yeah.
And there's still half the year left. So I said, we can't, you know what I mean? Like so it'll be pretty cool it's already pretty cool, but it's good to, you know, in my 29th year, because I'll turn 29 in 3 months, but in my 29th year, I finally did almost everything that I set out to do at the beginning of the year, before the beginning of the year. So it's cool to look back on now. And then as time goes on, it's going to be even cooler to look back on. Like, God damn, we actually did this shit. We pulled the trigger on every fucking thing that we said that we were going to pull the trigger on.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. So
absolutely, dude. And it's even better whenever you have somebody with you that you know, you guys are 100% on aligned on everything in terms of the goals. It makes it that much easier.
Yeah. I'd say that's a big reason why I'd say that's a big reason why we did it. You know what I mean? Because I've had goals plenty of times at the beginning of every year, and I really didn't have anybody like I don't want to say didn't have anybody in my corner, but I didn't have anybody like right there.
Yeah. Well, it makes it much easier. Yeah.
And it's not even like she was pushing me to like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But it was like, no, I want to do this because I don't want to fall short. And then, but especially with everything that she was doing, I was like, man, I don't want her to get done with nursing school and get this nice career going, and you know, get what she wants, and then I'm still in the same spot, you know, doing nothing because that's what I was doing, was nothing, and just my old shitty job that I didn't like. I was like, I can't like bring her down with that. I got to do something. So. But yeah, like I'd say us having each other there was a big thing that, you know, pushed each of us to. It was like we didn't want to let the other one down, and I think that's kind of why we.
That's exactly why we
kept going.
Yeah.
Because like and in the same way, the other way, like I wasn't in a hurry or like you can't fail nursing school, like you gotta you know what I mean? Yeah. I supported her and shit. Like I'd tell her like, listen, like I know it sucks, I know it's real hard, I know you're stressed out, but you got this. But you know what I mean? That's about all there was to that. But yeah, it was just not wanting to let each other down, which was cool because I think it helped the both of us a lot.
Yeah, that is the hardest thing, is aligning goals, and if you can do it at any point in time, it makes a good stint that much easier, and then you're able to enjoy it like you're saying now. That which is the best. You know, and you should look at yourself and be proud of yourself, just because, if nothing else, for what you're doing, just the fact that you're happy. Because to truly be happy all the way around is the most difficult thing in the world, for a variety of reasons. But it's rare enough at our age to realize it, that like, dude, good for you, and just stay in this mindset as long as possible. It doesn't matter what you guys do, whether you guys go to the gym, whether you guys have a bunch of housewarming parties, whether you guys continue with your careers now, as long as you can keep up or continue to chase this mentality or just the mindset, like, I'm jealous right now, because that is like, I'm hungry for that. That is awesome. Yeah. It's motivation, and it's just awesome. So yeah, heck yeah, I'm really happy for you and Jocelyn.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just fun. It's fun seeing everybody take the next steps in our lives. Like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's coming next too. That'll be fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no matter what it is for anybody, it is cool to just, it's cool, but it, like, in a way, I don't want to say it sucks, but like, it's cool to see life progress the way it does. But it also sucks, you know, like, as I don't know how to word it. I guess as more of it's behind you, you're like, damn.
The time faction of it. Yes, absolutely.
Because it definitely doesn't suck, but it's like, fuck. You know, there were so many, like, imagine if you could just take the best pieces of each part of your life and plug them all into one. That's the thing that sucks, is like, as some parts of your life get better, some parts go away.
Yep.
And that's how it happens for everybody, and it really sucks that it happens like that. But, it's a part of life. But
And
it would be so cool if you could just take all the coolest parts of each era and plug them into one, even if it's just for like a couple days or a week or something. That's kind of what it's like whenever we get to go back and see all of our friends that don't live around here or anything like that. I think of a moment like that, like your wedding or Kevin's wedding or shit like that, like people you don't get to see, don't get to hang around with a whole lot, and then even if it's just for a day, you plug all those different eras into one event, and you're like, damn, this is pretty sweet.
And you ignore all the noise, the bills, the stresses.
You really do.
The heartbreaks, the money differences, the money you make. Like, you forget work, you forget everything.
Everything.
It's the time that, it's so funny. Next week is mine and Faith's anniversary, and I was literally thinking about it today. I was like, I want to write her a letter. I was like, but how do you write a letter about like the best day ever? Like, it's so hard to. And that,
like, you can, but words don't really do it justice.
They don't, because it's like the emotions that I'm feeling. Even me, who I like to consider, I'm not dumb, so I'm somewhat articulate. I can't put them into words, and I write for a living, kind of like. You just had to be there, like. But,
really, you did.
And even with that, it just goes to that point. You don't think about anything else other than the time that you're having and the people that you're with. It's a very singular thought process the whole time, which really sucks in the long haul too, because it goes by fast, even when it's seeming like slow. My wedding, I have that entire day through my head. Kevin's wedding, I have 4 hours, and both seem like it was just instant over. But I can recall them all. It's just so good. I don't know. That's why I'm excited. That's why I was saying I'm excited for the next step, because I know the next step for you guys is marriage and stuff, and that'll just be. Yeah. It's just such a fun celebration. Ties is next year. Caribbees is next year, or Caribbees is 2027 maybe.
That's next year.
Oh yeah, so Ties and Caribbees are next year. So that
there's a chance that like mine might be. Like we're not engaged or anything yet, but I told her, I was like, listen, I was like, we're probably like, I'm probably gonna get a ring by the end of the year. I said, obviously I want to start working and rack in some money. Like I want to get you something nice, but I said we're not gonna. I said I don't know about you, but I don't plan on being engaged for a long time. Yeah. It was like I'm not saying like turn around and next week, like we're not gonna go to the courthouse and do something bang bang like that. But I was like, man, we'll get engaged, and I'd say like wedding will probably be a year out at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not trying to wait forever just to plan something, or to not plan it and then still just be engaged forever.
Mm-hmm. Me and her both did agree though. We wanted to do like if we had a wedding, we wanted to do it in the fall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because.
It's a good time too.
And in the summertime, it's hot as fuck.
It's way too hot, bro.
That was the only bad thing about your wedding. Like, your wedding was fantastic, but the only bad thing is that it was the middle of June, and we were all dressed in the hottest shit imaginable.
I didn't even wear my suit jacket during the actual ceremony, which upsets me because it was so nice. But I didn't even wear my suit jacket because it was so hot.
It was brutal. Now, I remember the first thing that everybody did.
In the evening, which is funny.
Yeah, the first thing that everybody did whenever like everything was over, like the reception and shit was over, and everybody started hanging out, is everybody changed clothes.
Yeah, you sat through that shit.
And then it got, and then it cooled off, and I was like, damn it.
Man, I'm so excited. I'm gonna reminisce about that next week. Next week I'll be in Baltimore when we record.
That's right. Yeah, you get your work vacation with
the team that's not at all mine in a conference that's not at all related to me.
That's awesome. Baltimore.
Yep. This conference is Tuesday and Wednesday, and I have to go down Sunday, do nothing all day Monday, and can't leave Wednesday whenever it's over I have to stay until Thursday morning.
That sucks ass.
Yeah.
Do you have to go into the office Friday after that?
It depends on my hours. I still have to figure that stuff out. Next Saturday, is the GSU night in Charleston, so I might end up going to that.
Damn, yeah, shit. I wish I could go to that. Yeah, we already locked in on moving. Is because she's got her schedule for the next month, and I know my schedule. My company doesn't want to, because in the union you're no matter what your hours are, Saturday's overtime, Sunday's double time. No matter what the rest of the week looked like, it doesn't matter if if you get rained out all week and they have you work Saturday's overtime. So it doesn't matter. But my company's it's not going to pay us overtime.
Yeah.
So I know what my schedule is, and then hers. The only time she has the whole weekend off for the next month. Like she has sometimes she has Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes she has Saturdays and Sundays, but the only week that she has Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is next week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well that's the days I have off. I think that's when we need to move because
convenience.
Just because we can team up and do it right then. But
absolutely.
I think this Saturday I'm going to go get a little U-Haul and go get, because we're moving her bed from her dad's house and my bed. My bed's going to be the guest bed in the guest room. Mm-hmm. But I think we're going to go get a little U-Haul and get her bed this weekend because, dude, I stopped by that place after work today. It's 10 minutes from where I'm working. Not even.
That's awesome.
So I told her, I said, we got to go get your bed. That way, if, like, I ever want to save myself some gas or whatever next week, like I have somewhere to sleep.
You can just crash. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, one more thing about my house that I forgot to mention that we found out, it didn't have it on the walkthrough. They had it when we got the keys Sunday. We have a bidet.
That's nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That
threw me through a loop, dude. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, people, a lot of Faith's family has them, and then a couple of my friends have them, and they're like, "You never go back once you use one." And I'm like, "Good to fucking know, buddy." Like, I never asked, but good to know.
Dude, it was crazy. I was scared, but
yeah,
I had to try it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah, it's like squeezing the trigger on a drill. You got to do it.
It's got like 5 buttons on it, and I was like, I don't know which one does what, so I just started pressing shit. I'm like, oh my god, it's cold. Shit. It's cold as fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not like a fancy toilet with one built in. It's an attachment, but it's pretty.
That's
cool.
How all of them. Yeah, that's how all of them that I'm talking about, anyways, that I've been told about are.
That's the only affordable way to do it. If you get a toilet with a built-in bidet, some bitches are expensive, but it's
yeah, you're spending a lot on the bathroom, bro.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice of the owners to put that in, though. I thought that was pretty sweet. They ran the water to it and everything. I was like, damn, this is awesome. This was not here whenever we first looked at the apartment, because I know that when I walked into that bathroom, I would have thought, what the hell are all those buttons on the toilet?
That's so funny. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be fun. That's a good next step for you guys, dude.
Man, I think now, well, shit, did you get into anything eventful in the past week? We rambled on about my week or I guess I did, for half an hour. Did you do anything last week?
Yeah, this weekend, me and Faith took Layla to her first zoo. We went to Columbus Zoo. Very freaking cool. It was a great zoo. Cool, good zoo trip. My sister came with my nephews and my brother-in-law, and then my brother Ryan came and he met up with Jenna, which is his girlfriend. So we all went together and walked around, and it was just a good time. We explored the animals, got to see stuff. I taught them what taught them some Mexican words for animals. That was very racist. I taught them actual Spanish words. Like, legitimate, Googleable, like, they were real words. And that's how I'd get their attention when I was trying to talk about animals. Like, I was talking about the Mexican wolf, and I ended up confusing everybody. And I really confused Devin at first, because Courtney started calling it the Lobo Mexicano. And she was like, and he didn't know, because she doesn't speak. She's never taken Spanish. She took French in high school.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it probably threw Devin through a loop, dude. He probably thought about calling a certain agency on you.
We were in Columbus. But it was fun. Got to see, obviously, all the animals at the zoo. Talked to a lady about a tortoise for a few minutes. The tortoises. They had...
Nice.
Has the second largest tortoise species. I blank on the name, but they had 2 tortoises there specifically. One was like 59 years old, and the other was early 80s.
Did they name them?
Yes, I forget what they are. The early 80s one, though, is 550 pounds, and then the other one was like 400, just under 500. But very heavy, very large tortoises. Learned a lot about tortoises. The people that take care of them at the Columbus Zoo are actually volunteers through a service, and whenever they got them a few years ago, they were just coming once a day or once a week to check on them, feed them, or whatever. Over the first few months, the tortoises gained weight, started developing personalities and showing emotion and stuff, and so now they come 5 days a week. They show up to the zoo 4 days a week. And the reason I'm saying they came 5 days a week is because the tortoises freaking love these people, guys. And the super cool thing about tortoises is that obviously everybody knows the turtle shell is part of their spine, but the tortoises, they're so much a part of the spine, even though they're giant, that just sitting your hand on them in the lightest way, they can feel every inch of you. Every inch of you. They can feel like your handprint, and they can feel even like a finger's touch. But it's a real way to develop bonds through them is by just scratching their back and brushing them, and by touching them. We all like those bonds. But like legitimate, it was just, I told her, I was like, that is so fascinating. So then I started talking to her about the relationship that she developed with them. And it was just awesome, dude. So I want to shout out Jonathan once again, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would have developed a love for tortoises. But they're awesome. I saw the star-shelled tortoise, which is super cool because they look like a regular tortoise until or a turtle until they reach a certain age, and then all of their age spots on their shell start growing out, and they become star-shaped. I took pictures, so I'm going to send them to Wyatt now, and everybody else will also see. It was just super cool. I love looking at this stuff.
Did you tell any of the people at the zoo about Jonathan? And if you did they already know about him?
I'm sure they did. I did not. I told all of my family about Jonathan, though. Let them know everything about that fellow. But it's really cool because now everybody's starting to like tortoises. I also am sending, and we'll throw in here, the second picture is the first picture is the star-shelled tortoise. Look how cool those things are. Sorry, when they come through, this is going through slow for some reason. Now.
Whoa.
Are those not awesome?
They look like Pokemon, dude.
They kind of do, don't they? They're
Yeah.
like the most realistic dinosaur-looking ones. Like, that would not be
Damn! That dude's huge.
Yes.
Holy Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, if I walked outside of my house and saw that thing staring at me, I would shit my pants. I'd probably call the police.
Yeah, that is a real dinosaur, bro. Actually, all of these pictures are dinosaurs, but, like, the alligator snapping turtle's fun. I gotta teach all my family about their tongue, too, about the worm tongue of them. they lay down in their mud, and then that little pink thing is their tongue, and they'll stick their tongue out of the mud, and they'll flip it like it's a worm, and then fish will come and snatch it, and then they eat the fish.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool. I pissed that guy off, and he started clawing at me. Dude, this turtle couldn't have been any less than 80 pounds. Like, he would have bit my wrist and probably clean through. It was so cool. I was scared. It was cool. Okay, well,
that's awesome that you guys went to the zoo, though. I want to go to the zoo. I think we were thinking about going to the zoo this weekend.
Yeah, you definitely should. We're going to the Pittsburgh Zoo, too, sometime this summer. We're going to go to the Pittsburgh Zoo with Layla and do the Children's Museum, Science Museum, which will be fun.
Yeah. Jocelyn's birthday is Thursday, and then she's told me, she said, I don't know if I want a birthday present. I think I want to go to the zoo instead. I said, well, I'll get you a birthday present anyhow, but we can go to the zoo.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. They don't have bears at the zoo anymore, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
They got big ass cats though, so I could always go and see those.
Pretty sure they had polar bears at the Columbus Zoo. We didn't that's the only thing we didn't go and see, because I was like, I'm not walking up there, because there was an event going on, so the zoo was only open for like until 3 p.m. and I was like, we're getting through this whole thing, and we did, and it was cool. I really enjoyed it. That's about it. That's just a good zoo trip, good family time. Been having good family time, and now we're into work week and probably some other little things.
Is Faith still work weekend, or are they done with school yet?
Nope, she is done with school right now. She has 2 training days she's going to go in for next week, but other than that, she is done. Yesterday was her... What's today? Tuesday? Yes. Yesterday was her last... Actually, no. I think she just showed up yesterday to paint. I don't think... So last night she was done. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's starting out summer. That's what I told her. I said, enjoy yourself and have fun. Just whatever.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really envy about school teachers is I would love to have the summer off.
Yeah. Yeah, there are... I will argue this with any school teachers, because West Virginia is paid lower than most. Aside from the insurance, because they're forced to have insurance and through PEIA. Aside from insurance, there is nothing I cannot dispute or argue against the teacher's job if they want to complain about it. Because most of their complaints have to do with kids. And it's like, I understand kids are frustrating and they're retarded, but there's less than probably 20 degrees that an average college offers that has one option in terms of the opportunities. Teaching is one where you know the career you're getting into. You know, you were in school, so you know they're shithead kids. Just as much as there's easy kids. Just as much as there's fun kids. Just as much as there's ones that, you know, you're going to do all of the things. So I can argue against everything. I can argue against pay for anything. But insurance, state insurance, holy fuck, that literally robs you. And once you have a family, you're screwed. Like, it's terrible. So that I do feel sorry.
Yeah.
But other than that, fuck no. You guys get 3 to 4 months off a year, if not more. Actually more, probably. And you're paid fairly well for it. Like, I have yet to make what Faith has ever made since she started out as.
Yeah.
And which is good. Like, I'm glad teachers are paid well. Their jobs suck.
Yeah, right. I would never in a million years do that job.
No, your job sucks, but your job is not fucking actually that difficult, and it is not impossible, and it is not worth, it's not worth what you probably want. So cool yourself down.
Yeah, I would hate that job with everything in me. Like, I don't mind kids, but you give me a room full of little bastards, half of them are shitheads. Ugh.
I could do younger kids. I couldn't do it once they got to like 6th or 7th grade. with the type of person I am now, I couldn't do it for the sole fact of you know better, or you at least know when to shut up. But the problem is nobody between 6th grade and 10th grade shuts up. They always have to get the last word in. Yeah. And none of the words are usually intelligent or correct. So it's really just a rebuttal. And I like arguments, but not with retards. And 6th graders through 10th graders are retards. I don't care if you're a straight A student. You got no life experience. And, well, we know that because we were that, and now we have some, and there's a big difference. Actually, I literally got in an argument with a 19-year-old today, and I told my mom I can feel the retardation, feel it filling the air. Like, the only difference between arguing with a toddler and a 19-year-old is a 19-year-old's vocabulary is this much bigger.
Yeah.
But they have their arguments are pulled out of the air. Their thoughts are pulled out of their air. The questions are, none of them's tied to anything, and it's just simply a rebuttal. It's just something to prolong it. They'll change up the conversation or the topic point and then try to act like, oh, see, I got you. I'll do the same thing, but with my family, because I think it's funny. Well, that was it. I don't know. That was my weekend. Yeah, sorry.
No, dude, you're good. I think now's a good time to switch over to basketball, like we've been doing. It's almost done.
Yep.
We're almost out of your guys' hair with the basketball. The Thunder are done. They're going home. They're out of here. Game 1 of the finals is
tomorrow.
By the time this comes out, it will have already happened. Real time. It is tomorrow. The day this comes out, this will actually be released right before Game 2. Yep. So watch this and then watch Game 2. Hello. You look pretty blue. It's good to see you.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm not doing that hill ever again. I'm still dead.
Do you want to say hi to Justin so he can see your blue official nurse attire?
Hello.
Hi, dude.
I'll be in shortly.
Did you tell him how high my heart rate got?
Oh yeah, she almost died walking to her car. Her heart exploded.
174.
The hill at work.
The parking garage that you guys parked in, is that what it was? Mm-hmm. The parking garage. One of her coworkers was like, "Here, I'll show you how to get here." Which you took the shuttle this morning, right? Yeah. So she normally takes the shuttle from the parking garage to the thing, and she took the shuttle back to the car yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the coworker was like, "No, I'll show you how to get there. We'll walk there." She walked with her, and the hill was like fucking this.
And on top of it, it plateaued multiple times, and I'm like, okay, this is the end of it. No. And then after we got to the end of the hill, there was like 15 flights of stairs. She was like, yeah, this hill's a killer, and I'm like, I gotta stop smoking.
But I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, dude. She needs to buy herself a scooter for the hill. She'll just ride a scooter.
Right? She's probably going to take the shuttle from now on, yeah. Dude, that's how I know I need to get into shape, man. I was walking to, which my thing at work, my little field is a hill to get up to my truck. And I'm walking to my truck. Then I got to climb in the truck. The truck's tall. I don't know if you've seen one of those articulating trucks. They're big as shit. So I walk all the way up this hill, and then I climb in the truck, and I sit down, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Then the dude calls me. He's like, hey, pull your truck over here. We're gonna grease it up. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, now I got to get out of it again. And then back in. Like, once you're in the truck and rolling for the day, you don't do anything. You sit in the truck, you drive around in circles, dropping dirt. But before that, it's a real bastard. I hate it. But yeah, anyway, dude, back to basketball. The Thunder are gone. The finals start tomorrow. So this will be out in just enough time for everybody to watch this and watch game 2. Who do you got in the finals? Who do you think is going to win, and how many games do you think it's going to take him to win?
I want the Knicks to win. I think the Spurs will win in 5.
I'm right there on board with that. I want the Knicks to win, and not only do I want them to win, I want them to win in 7. I like a good 7-game series.
And for a finals,
yeah,
that would be legendary.
I gotta look at the. When's the last time that they've gone to 7? I've
a finals.
Yeah, I've really
Probably the
not.
Cavs. Probably the Cavs.
Let me see. Actually, it was last year.
Really?
The Thunder. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't think of that. The Thunder and the Pacers, because Tyrese Halliburton came out and dropped like 7 or 8 points like immediately, and then tore his Achilles in Game 7. Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
Before that, the last time was the Cavs. Yeah, so 9 years in between.
That's why. Okay.
Finals Game 7s. So it would be cool to have it again. But yeah, last year was 7 games. 2024 was 5. 23 was 5. 22 was 6. 21 was 6. 20 was 6. 19 was 6. 4, 5, and then go all the way back to 2016. 7 games. So yeah, it's not a very common occurrence. I would like to see it again this year, and I would like to see the Knicks win, just for I'm not a big bandwagon guy. That's one reason, and I think a lot of people. That's why I didn't want the Thunder to win. There's too many people were on the Thunder bandwagon. Now because of Victor Wembanyama, too many people are on the Spurs bandwagon.
Yep.
Which sucks because I've always liked the Spurs.
Yeah.
Like, they've never been my favorite team, obviously, but shit, it's hard to not like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard. It was so hard to dislike that team. I don't know how you could.
It's the same way. Ironic enough, it's the same thing about the Mavs.
Yeah.
Whenever Dirk was there. Whenever Dirk was there, it was there. Everybody roots for because just nice guys like that. Those are guys just playing basketball. There's nothing else behind it, and it was something so genuine to the sport that it was like, man, I'm for you guys, and it developed a culture.
The Spurs used to be so likable too because they were the last of a dying breed when it comes to
dynasty,
sound, fundamental, phenomenal basketball. Before it turned into a bunch of horse shit. Now, I don't want to say horse shit, but you know what I mean. Before it got like all flashy and ridiculous, and people are like, "Oh, I like this guy because he shoots threes from the goddamn logo," or I like this guy because he shoots 49 free throws a game.
You said it perfectly with your first. Within your first phrase, whenever you were complimenting it, it was the fundamentals. Like there is no fundamentals to the game of basketball. It almost goes back to conversation we had one in the last few weeks. Like it's why it's not as fun to watch now. It's why children's sports isn't as fun to watch now. It's Mr. Fundamental. Like Mr. Fundamental was Tim Duncan. Like it is so ironic, and Greg Popovich is. Or what, he I got to give him props. I never really thought about it. He never changed his coaching style.
No, I think one could argue that he's the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah, I would put him there. I'd put him there.
Fuck Phil Jackson. Like, Greg Popovich is the... I don't like that people, like... I'm not trying to take anything away from Phil Jackson, but I'm gonna. I hate that people give Phil Jackson any sort of credit, because if you don't win countless championships and you've coached both Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, then you need a different line of work. Yeah, they put him on a list of like great coaches. Like, how do you not win when you coach those two guys?
And
You
those
didn't,
two
you didn't
guys,
coach shit. You were
and
there, dude.
those
You were
two
just
guys
there.
are surrounded by nothing but brick walls of talent. Like,
Yeah, Scottie
It-
Pippen, Pau Gasol, Ron Artest, Dennis Rodman,
Dennis Rodman, that team,
Ron Harper.
blanking on his name. There were so many people on that team. Then you look at Kobe's team. None of his teams were washed. In his first three, I'm sorry, but those are just as much Kobe. Those are just as much Shaq's.
Shaq, yeah.
So it's like that's a really good analysis to look at in terms of a coach comparison, though, because which I mean Tim Duncan or Popovich, he had great players, but he's also like same team, 20 years, nothing changed, and success every time.
Yeah, and it was just that system, dude. Like it was unbreakable. If you want to show people how to play really good basketball, like if you want to show a group of young kids how to play as a unit, you show them the Spurs from almost any time ever. Because you look at before Tim Duncan, they had David Robinson.
Yeah, and they were rocking down low.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Just because that is before, our generation, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
But I often overlook a lot of the teams that used to be good at sports because they were before my time. So it's really funny. Yeah, that's good.
The Spurs. I mean, even with most of David Robinson's career, I don't think they were like good, but they had David Robinson. You know what I mean? But yeah, then whenever it all started, I mean, shit, they won '99 because that was the last time the Knicks went. They beat the Knicks.
That was whenever, because that
was Duncan's
Tim's first one.
Yeah, first of 3, 4.
I think 4.
Yeah.
Did he only win 3?
I know he
that up for us now.
He won in 2014, beat the Heat. He won in 2007 because they swept the Cavs. There might have been another one in the mid to early 2000s. I don't remember though.
5.
5. Wow, what did I miss?
99, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014. So they went championship, skipped a year, championship, skipped a year, championship.
Nice.
That's rocking.
Yeah. And
that's rocking, bro.
Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich he's the dude. Who coaches that team now? I couldn't even tell you.
I don't know.
The thing is though I will give Popovich some credit. I bet whoever it is coached under Popovich at some point.
Well, I mean, he's the president of basketball operations now, so he's definitely still got his finger in it.
Yeah. Mitch Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. Well, congratulations. I say the Spurs will, but I'm with the Knicks. I want them to.
Yeah, he replaced Greg Popovich, who stepped down after 29 seasons. He previously served as the interim head coach and the assistant coach of the Spurs, and served as an assistant coach for the Austin Spurs G League team. He played college at Stanford. Yeah, but he's under the Popovich coaching tree, which, why mess with what works? Look at where it got you now. But yeah, this team's just not as likable as the original guys. I mean, maybe that's just me being old. Maybe this Spurs team will be, the kids now will look back on this Spurs team like we're looking back on the one that we knew, but I don't know. Who's to say?
People are liking them. My brother Caleb likes them. I think it's similar. I think it's like a little more to true basketball, I guess, since they have a big man and it's ran through the big. I'm going to assume so because Caleb's not exactly a fan of that traditionally, so. But I don't know. But we'll see. We'll talk about it next week and see how wrong we are or how right we are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think But yeah, I think the Spurs are going to win in 5. I agree with you there. I think the Knicks will sneak one out, but just one. I would like the Knicks to win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Maybe because we have spoke on this podcast that we believe the Spurs will, it'll go like the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, and we'll be wrong. That would be sweet.
Wrong. That would be nice. I might have to do what you're doing now and wear some Knicks colors.
That is what I'm doing with my Cavs hat, but I'm wearing. Yeah, I didn't even do that on purpose. I got out of the shower and I saw my clean work shirt sitting on the back of the couch, and I'm not at work, but I was like, you know what? I'll wear it because I don't want to dig through the laundry.
That'll do. Yeah. Let me see. I got something else in sports right now. Oh, Matt won. Oh, shout out. He'll never see this, and it doesn't matter. But my cousin Matt, cousin through marriage, but still cousin, Matt won the North American Steel Series trophy.
Is that the Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, he's the Timber Sports guy. I just sent you some photos. He won the first place in the North American trophy yet again. I believe this is like his third time in a row, maybe. But he is now, and then I just sent a badass picture of him cutting.
That's sick.
But he is now going to Dublin to compete at Worlds yet again. So super cool. Matt, congratulations. I love watching those things. It's a sport that not enough people know about, but there's not a person that's not amazed because it's just cool.
Yeah.
Even if you're not into it, it's a cool sport.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is pretty neat. I like as a kid, that's something that I would have thought was stupid, but like getting older, you really grow an appreciation for everything that's difficult. Like everything that you can't do.
Yep.
I have such an appreciation for no matter how stupid it might be or that some people might see it. I think of it and I'm like, I couldn't do that in a million years.
Yep. Yeah, it's that's also how you know you're an adult because it's less jealousy and more admiration.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're maturing when you can appreciate something. But very awesome. I'll probably give a update here whenever this is over. Whenever it's over, see how he does at Worlds. Maybe he'll win again.
That'd be awesome.
He's won many a times. He's won. Him and my cousin Emma. That's actually he proposed to her whenever he was at Worlds. In the early mid 2010s, he proposed to her at the Eiffel Tower because he was competing in Worlds in France.
Really?
So he got to propose to her at the Eiffel Tower.
Dude, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, you literally cannot freaking beat. So that's awesome. He's just killer, dude. He's won all kinds. He's won trucks, motorcycles, freaking everything you can think of. He's a legit, and he's from West Virginia. He's from, I forget what. Man, I'm blanking. Anyways, he's from West Virginia though, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the last sports thing I'll just run over because it doesn't really matter, but I wrote it down. Myles Garrett got traded to the Rams.
He did. And I'll talk about some football too. But yeah, Myles Garrett did get traded to the Rams. I love it because he doesn't play for the Browns anymore.
Me too. I think it's funny. Good for the Browns. Good for him both.
Yeah. And most importantly, like you said, it's funny.
It's funny.
It's very funny, actually.
I just want to throw that in there. Or I wanted to throw that he got traded in there because I knew neither of us really cared, but at the same time, we also did care.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, but it matters. It makes a difference. Especially when you're so unsure about your team like we are.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to worry about him anymore. At least if we do, it won't be twice a year.
It's not twice a year, and it's not every year. So
yeah, it's not guaranteed that we'll have to deal with him at all. So
yeah, so that's good. So what's your football news?
The Giants are concocting the most washed up wide receiver room that I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
They, in the past couple days, yesterday I think, they signed both of them. Odell Beckham Jr. and Juju Smith-Schuster have both signed contracts with the New York Giants as of yesterday. I saw some pretty good comments about it whenever people were making the post. Somebody said Jackson Dart better be able to run like hell.
Dude, Odell all the time. I still got I love Juju. I wish that man never was given social media. I know he's our age, but I wish he didn't have social media. But I like Juju. He ruined himself being with the Patriots. He ruined his reputation.
Really, when he left, like I hate to be this guy and hype my team up as much as I'm about to, but he really, when he left Pittsburgh, didn't do anything.
Which, how can you can at KC when they had the team they had? You can't there, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But even when he got his opportunities, he wasn't.
No.
And also, I'm slightly biased because I still have a Juju jersey and I will refuse to get rid of it. I also have a Kenny Pickett jersey, though. So.
Oh, you know what I accidentally found out yesterday, too? And apparently this happened like 3 months ago. You remember Calvin Austin that we had on our team? He plays for the Giants. He signed for the Giants in March. I had no idea. I saw somebody posted a picture. It was like, the Giants wide receiver room. And it was, of course, a picture of, old picture of Odell with his, because he played for the Giants. So they already had a picture of him in Giants uniform. They had a picture of Juju. I think it was in his Chiefs uniform. And then there was a picture of a couple other guys. I didn't know who they were. And there was a picture of a dude in a Steelers uniform. And I said, what the hell? And I saw the number on it. I didn't really know what Calvin Austin's face looked like, but I saw the number. I saw 19. I said, well, that's not Juju. So that's got to be Calvin Austin. I said, since when the hell did we get rid of Calvin Austin?
I guess he wasn't important enough for even the Steelers to release the news.
Yeah, right? It sucks because I actually liked him. He was solid, at least. I don't want to say he was great, but, he was fast as shit.
And young.
Yeah.
I guess, he still could have developed. It's the best way to phrase it. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, not good for them, but funny for the Giants, too.
Damn, he's older than I thought he was.
What is he?
He's 27, so he's still not old, but like...
That's what I thought he was our age. I was going to say 28. I thought he was our age.
Yeah, he was picked in 2022. I think his whole rookie year he was out with injury, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yes. He signed with the Giants in a 1-year, $4.5 million deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he on his last play for the Steelers was when he caught the touchdown that would end up putting us ahead against Baltimore, and I don't know what happened there. Well, he had to pay Aaron Rodgers, guys.
Yeah, contract disputes. That's definitely what it was.
Such horse shit.
I don't even want to think. Okay, let's move on from football. Steelers are stupid. Okay. Well, I got some movies and TV shows I need to tell you about. I need to just run through real quick. So one, I'm not going to talk much about. It's the Smashing Machine, Dwayne's movie that he made last year.
Yeah.
He's playing Mark, whatever. He's playing whatever.
I don't remember the last name either. I know the first name is Mark. Yeah.
So, anyways, people were like all upset that that Dwayne didn't win like Academy Awards and didn't do all this. It's just my opinion. Mark Kerr. There we go. It's just my opinion in this. And I watch a lot of movies, but I'm no critic. He was that was literally like a 5 out of 10 in terms of a movie, and his acting was 5 out of 10. Those retards had to just say that to pump up publicity for people to see it, solely because they were putting out pictures that he transformed his body by losing a little bit of weight and defining himself a little more. In no way, he was not a good actor. He was just himself. It was not great acting. It was not terrible acting. It was whatever. Like, it was very underwhelming for me. I'm giving that movie overall a 5 out of 10. Watch it if you got time. Watch it if you're a fan. Watch it if you just want to critique The Rock, because that's an overrated movie, bro. So I don't know. I want to keep saying stuff on it, but it'd just be bad. Like, it's just bad. And it's like another thing. Like, I get Boss Rutan like helped him and everything. Whenever throughout it, you can't have actual Boss Rutan play himself 30 years younger. But then, yet have Dwayne play somebody that is of equal. It makes no sense. You can't do that. You can't continue.
Did they really do that?
Yes. Boss Rutan was in it, and he was like himself.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, he looked. I'm not sorry, because it's exactly as it is. He looked older in this than what he did in the Kevin James movie, whatever that was. Which was actually a good movie too. So I don't know. But anyways, Smashing Machine, 5 out of 10. I recommend you watching it wide, or at least a little bit, so you can critique it. Maybe you'll like it. You do learn stuff, which is cool. But nothing surprising. Like, it was whatever. Second thing I want to talk about, Spider-Man Noir. Anybody that's been on Amazon Prime, it is on there. Go and watch it.
Is it good?
Yeah, I'm going to give it overall as a TV show a 7.5 out of 5, which is really solid because you can't get a 10 in a TV. But yeah, really, really solid. I enjoyed everything about it. Nicolas Cage is a great actor. He is very funny. I think his the voice he uses is funny, but then I remember he's playing somebody from 100 years ago, and he's playing a PI, so it makes sense. But great writing. Everything about it was a good show. It's a very great addition to the Spider-Man series. It is put on by Sony Pictures, so it is actually attached to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It is very cool. I've watched it in color. I'm going to go back and watch it in black and white because that's what's recommended from people. So then I don't know. Maybe I'll improve it once I see it in black and white, because that's supposed to be a little better. Supposed to be able to catch on to a few more like movie and just cultural cues. So we'll see how that goes. My last review in terms of movies I just wanted to throw in there because I watched it and I'll forget is Bad Thoughts Season 2 by Tom Segura. So both Season 1 and Season 2 is only 6 episodes, so it's very easy to digest, like 30 minutes apiece. And there's multiple skits in each one, so the max is like 10 minutes per skit. Very, very good. I gave that also a 7.5 out of 10. Tom's funny. Tom's creative. It's a great insight. I give Netflix props for letting them put this out and write these incredible stories and, under their platform. Very cool.
Do you think which season do you think was better, 1 or 2?
1. I think 1's better. I think 1 skits are better. But I'm excited that they did Season 2 because almost a little bit of me was like, I bet Tom wasn't expecting to get a Season 2. And so it was like when they renewed it, he was like, okay, and Season 2's not bad in any way. It's good. No, the first one starts out really good too. But Season 1 all the way through, especially for this generation of comedy, it truly breaks the hinges of... This is how it fits. Season 2, Tom tried to get a well-known movie actress. He talked about this on Joe's podcast. He tried to get a well-known actress in for Season 2. He sent her the script. She called him back and said, I've read your script. I want to let you know that I'm getting in contact with people. This is not getting made. I am appalled that you would even you would want me a part of this. I'm going to see what I can do. And Joe was like, and this was just an actress? And Tom was like, yeah, she was just an actress. She was just going to be in one thing, and she thought this way. He said, that's how I knew it was good. And he was just so tickled by it, but it was so funny because she was just determined to connect with people and try to get his show shut down because, I don't know. But people will watch it, and a lot of people will be offended, and a lot of people will also be like, heck yeah, nice. That's funny. That's yeah. A lot of people won't say nice. Even I was questioning almost every skit, but I appreciated that it was allowed to be made and that it's out there because it is still funny.
Now, whenever I do watch it, I'm gonna think back to that, and it probably is gonna make me say nice, just because knowing that somebody not only turned it down, tried to get it pulled, and then I'm gonna like when I'm watching it, I'm gonna be like, I bet that was it.
See, I wish I had listened to that before because that would have been a fun game to play. You're going to have a lot of that's it's, though. Season 2 is good because Season 2 has a lot of actual comedian appearances, which are just funny. Like, Ryan Sickler, it makes an appearance. Kevin Nealon makes an appearance in one. They're good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so check that out. Everybody else, you should check that out too if you haven't. Worth a watch, worth a listen.
Well, shit, I don't have anything. I feel like I watched something and I don't remember what it was, and I don't even know if I watched something. I've been in a haze, so I don't have a review this week, movie or otherwise. Do you have any items that you're going to review?
I have one. I left my adult one downstairs. This is another adult one I do want to review. We're big on.
I've had those. I've had the spearmint ones. Those are good. Those are better than the little tiny ones.
On Plus are some of the best pouches that you can get.
Yeah.
The size, first of all, they are literally a pillow. Like, they feel like a pillow. Very, very good. I'm gonna rate these. I don't know. I'll just give you a 7 out of 5 or a 7.5 out of 10. Again, very, very solid. Some of the best pouches that I've had in terms of the quality. I wish there's just no pouches that get the wintergreen just like tobacco though. It sucks.
I do have a question. I might have cracked the code on something here. Either that, or I just made some shit up, or noticed something, and it's pure coincidence. Have all these items gotten a 7.5 out of 10 because this is episode 75?
It is 100% a pure coincidence.
That's awesome.
Yes, but you know what? That theme's along with it even better. I love it. Yeah, this episode is now titled 7.5 out of 10. That is what I'm going to title this.
It should. And if people are to rate it in any way, shape, or form, you should rate it as such.
Yeah, please do. Leave it in the comments. This was a 7.5 out of 10. That is so funny. Well, I'll tell you what, the only thing I actually had planned for episode 75 was that we were ending this no matter what. If we were mid-conversation, I was editing it and stopping it at the 75th minute. So we have exactly 2 minutes left to talk about something. So Wyatt, I'm going to throw this to you. Next time you're in town, this will be finished and you'll get to see it.
Nice.
Glenville, the college hired an artist, and the town hired an artist to paint
I saw this.
People tried saying it was complete. It's not complete. They still had to finish the hands and the trophy and the college and stuff. But very, very cool that we are getting a mural and that it's actually good. And it has to be done by next Thursday, which is even better. So it will for sure be done within the next week. They want it done by Folk Fest. So I mean, just a cool extra thing in town. And you know what? Now we have something that people can actually drive by and see. And it's a little bit of everything from the college to Waco to, I don't know, whatever else was in there. Folk Fest stuff, and then Rivers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the guy's name. There's the guy in there, but I'm blanking on him right now.
We're on minute 74 right now. I hope you have some vile shit cooked up to cut this thing off, because I think that would be the funniest thing ever. If one of us was just about to say something so horrendous that we probably shouldn't put it on the internet. But if you start saying it at 74 minutes and about 55 seconds, you won't have to worry about it. You get to say it anyway, and it'll be gone because it'll be.
Okay, I got something. Okay, I was listening to a podcast, and Trevor Noah had stated that Disney is partially to blame for this generation's societal collapse in their clear outlook in terms of how all society and how everything is a good, positive, the hero always wins, we're all going to be good, and, life is all pretty rainbows at the end. You're really blaming Disney movies on that, and not the overall fact that the last 50 years in society has been amazing. Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit. I hope you know